This is a world where a virus turned into an apocalypse, where Ronas wander freely, and where mankind went from the top of the food chain to the brink of extinction. To my students, I'm Mr. Duncan, and after weeks of isolation, I have realized it is time to reach out and help them survive in this new life of struggle. Sometimes God takes us out of our trials, sometimes He takes us through them. Either way, we will put our trust in Him. These are the Corona Z Chronicles. Hey Ospreys, it is good to be with you guys today. It is week 6. This is Monday. Man, the days just run together after a while, don't they? Anyway, this is week 6 of the Corona Z pandemic. We have been just staying quiet, keeping low. We're doing fine. Still got power at the house, which is pretty amazing. I know about half the neighborhoods don't have it anymore. I know probably quite a few of you won't be able to get this message, so hopefully somebody else can get it to you. You can get, I don't know how, but anyway, whatever it is. Anyway, I want you guys to know that we still love you and support you, and we're praying for you. We got a little situation that's come up this week. This week we got some neighbors across the street, older family, old man, old lady, and they called us and asked if we had any spare food that we could send to them. They're running out of supplies, and so I'm planning on packing some stuff up for them in order to get them that. I know the Bible says in James chapter 2. What use is it, my brethren, if a man says he has faith, but he does not have works? Can his faith save him? If a brother or sister is without clothing and in need of daily food, and one of you says to them, "Go in peace, be warmed and be filled," but you don't give them what is necessary for the body, what use is that? Even so, faith, if it has no works, is dead by itself. You know, Jesus told us that we're supposed to love God with all our heart, soul, and strength. We're supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves. And part of loving your neighbor is putting that love into action, putting your faith as a Christian into action. You have to help the people that are around you. It starts with the people, the neighbors that are closest to you. That's your family. You got to be helpful to your family. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Watch over them. Help your parents. Be a support to them. Your closest circle is your family. Love them. Serve them. Don't just say you love them. Give them what they need in their lives. That's how you truly love them. Next comes your a little bit bigger circle of neighbors, the people that are right around you. In this case, it's actual literal neighbors are across the street. Liz and Roger. They need some stuff. They're running out. They're both elderly. He's been in the hospital. He's not doing, he can hardly walk. He's walking around in a little walker. And so they cannot get out and try to get food or supplies for themselves. And so they've asked if we could bring some stuff over. Right now in Vinton, I would say as we're watching out our boarded up windows and the cracks in our windows, we're probably seeing 5 or 6 Ronas a day wandering around our neighborhood. Haven't had any direct contact with them, but you can see them sort of stumbling around aimlessly. The number's been going up over the last few days, and so anyway, it's a little bit dangerous out there, but we're going to go ahead, because we have to love our neighbor, we're going to go ahead and make this happen. So I got a few things for them. I want to show you what we got. Some of our survival gear, of course, is going to include bottled water. You can only live for a few minutes without air. You can only live for a few days without water. So water is of vital importance. You can only live a couple weeks without food. So I've got a little bit of canned food. I can only send them so much for right now. This is going to have to be enough. I got beans and tuna. Mix it together. It doesn't even have to be heated, though. It would be better heated. Hopefully that'll tide them over maybe for 2 or 3 days. They're going to be hungry, but what are you going to do? Hopefully at some point the authorities are going to get the situation under control. I'm going to be able to get back out to a grocery store, and I'll pick them some up also. Let's see. Another thing they're going to need is they didn't ask for this, but I think they need some kind of a weapon to protect themselves just in case a Rona either gets in their door or busts through a window or something. Their house is not boarded up all the way like our house. I was thinking maybe a hammer, but the lady isn't all that strong. So that's probably not the best. Maybe this. We'll get her an axe. I think the axe will probably do a little bit better. You don't have to swing it quite as hard to chop into something's head. I'm sure as you guys have been listening with the authorities, hitting these things in the head is the only way to kill them. And so we're going to send the axe over there. I think that'll be appreciated. Last thing, they didn't ask for it, but I know everybody and their grandma is looking for this stuff. It's like solid gold at this point. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send them 2, 1 each. And hopefully that'll help them out. We're going to pack that up for them. Now the question, of course, I know that you're asking is, how are we going to get these things over to them? That's a good question. I haven't seen a Rona on our street.
I went ahead and
for about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours.
Outside, I'm trying
so
to
what we're going to do is we're going to
and,
actually send my son across the street. He's quick.
We're
going to send him across the street with the backpack.
Exactly.
He's going to bring it to their back door, leave it for him, knock,
it's definitely
and then he's going to run back here.
A person
I'm going to
or
stay
a Rona.
back.
I'm pretty
you'll
far
see that
away.
we got
I don't
our
want to
driveway a little bit blocked off.
I don't want to
keep people
holler
out of
at
our
it.
driveway.
I don't want
I'm going to stay over
attract
sort of
any
back
others,
here in
you
my
know, but from
yard,
just the way
and
the
if anything
the
bad
light's
happens,
hitting it.
we will
Sort of like
respond
an old
appropriately.
man, maybe.
All right. So anyway, let me go ahead and get my son a sec.
So anyway, looks like we definitely have some Rona activity in the neighborhood where I'm at.
It's going over
so that's going to be a place
Roger.
you're going to want to steer clear of.
What if I get attacked by a Rona?
You're not going to get attacked by a Rona. If you get attacked by a Rona, I'll take care of it, okay? Now listen. For you, speed is the issue, which is why I'm sending you. You're the fastest in our family. I want you to dash across there, get to the back door, leave it there, knock. As long as there's no Ronas in the area, wait for her to answer, and then you can leave the backpack and everything there. After you've dropped it off, I want you to be back here about as soon as possible.
Okay, but I can't take any weapons, else it'll slow me down.
Okay. Now, as we know, the thing that attracts the Ronas the most is sound. Sound in the day, light at night. I'm armed, but I do not want to fire a weapon. As you've probably seen in the news, just like I have. Person shoots a weapon, next thing they know, they got 100 of those things all crowding their house. So we're gonna try to do this quietly, stealthily, quickly. We good?
Yep. Let's do this.
Okay. Okay, at this point, everything's looking clear. I think we're good to try the run. Wesley, you see anything out of the ordinary, you turn, come straight back. You got it?
Okay.
Go. You know, this is not easy as a dad. I can only imagine what it was like for God to send Jesus to die for our sins, to suffer and die for us. This is not easy. I did not like this at all. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Can you all see him? Yeah, you see him. You didn't see anything?
Yeah, they took the bag though.
Okay, get back in the house. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it, boy. All right, Ospreys. Good deal. Anyway, Jesus told us we got to love our neighbor as ourselves. We know in the book of James, chapter 2, that faith without works is dead. You've got to have works along with your faith. You've got to put your faith into action. When you get up every morning, pray, ask God to enlighten you and make you aware of the needs of your family. Because I know we're all, sort of cooped up with our families right now. Pray that He'll make you aware of the needs of your family. Pray He give you wisdom and patience and strength so that you can be good to the people that you're cooped up with. I know for me it's rough sometimes, we get frustrated and it's hard living in close quarters 24/7, but listen, you got to do it. So pray, show your family your true Christian faith by loving them. Do the same for your neighbors. Find somebody in your neighborhood who's got a real need and help them to meet that need. I mean, you can be the hands and feet of God in their lives while this thing's going down. So anyway, next week, as things are getting worse, next week for my broadcast, for those of you who can get it, those of you who have power, we're going to go ahead and do a short video about life and death. And then we're also going to do a tutorial on how to kill Ronas. There's been stuff in the news, the scientists and military are doing their thing. And, they're getting to the point where the Rona outbreak is getting too large for the police and military to handle. We're going to start having to handle stuff ourselves. So anyway, there's some dark times coming, it looks like, but God is with us. He's going to take us through this thing. He's faithful. He always puts good works with His faithfulness. And so He is faithful. He is doing good works in our lives. He's going to take care of us. Keep trusting in Him. Keep your faith in Him. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay sane. We will see you Ospreys next time.